Hey guys, firstly I want to put a bit of an advisory on this vlog. I don't ever intend to offend anyone, and if I insult anyone or offend anyone or upset anyone, please don't take it personally. This is just a rant. I really don't want any sort of hate comments from this. It's just a rant, and I'm sorry if I don't voice myself properly with it, but I hope you get the general gist of what I'm on about. Right, firstly, I hope you're all doing well. There's been a video making its rounds recently. It was a video riding through central London. It was filtering past a queue of cars that were slow moving, and there was a cyclist in the cycle lane in the middle of the road. And needless to say, both vehicles collided and a discussion ensued. Now, firstly, if I can't find a link to the video anymore because the video has actually been taken down since then. I'm guessing because of the amount of hate mail it got. He's filtering down and he squeezes between a car and a push bike. Push bike collides with the bike and ends up on the floor. Now, my personal opinion on this is it was 6 of one, half a dozen of the other. Neither side is entirely innocent in it, but I don't think either side is entirely to blame. And the reason I'm thinking that is this. Firstly, London traffic is London traffic. You will get people filtering like through the most ridiculous bits. I used to cycle in London. I've ridden a motorbike in London, and it's survival of the fittest sort of mentality of driving. It's stupid, don't get me wrong, it is, but that is how you have to drive in London. It's completely different to driving anywhere else in the UK. So I can understand why the vlogger was filtering the way he was. The cyclist, fuck knows why they put a cycle lane in the middle of the fucking road. That's just stupid. And the cyclist was cycling along slowly in the middle lane with 2 lanes of traffic on the inside of him, and he was on his mobile phone of all things. Now, if you drive a car and you use a mobile phone, especially not hands-free, and the copper sees you, that's 3 points on your licence and a 60 quid fine. If you ride a motorbike and you're on the phone somehow without being hands-free, and a copper sees you, that's 3 points on your licence and a 60 quid fine. And for some reason, that cyclist decided that it was alright for him to ride through busy London traffic. We're talking rush hour sort of traffic where people do stupid things and filter all over the place, and he thought it was acceptable and safe for him to cycle down the middle of the carriageway slowly on his mobile phone. Now that's just I can't believe that, to be honest. I mean, obviously, being on your mobile phone, you're distracted enough as it is, and you don't need distractions when cycling through London. But being not hands-free on your mobile phone, in fact, using your mobile phone on your left ear with your right hand, making the bike unstable and causing it to wobble and lean and not ride in a straight, smooth manner, you're asking for trouble. Right. So that's my opinion on the cyclist. Now the motorbike. Filtering in London is filtering in London. You try and get whatever space you can. There's been a lot of people saying he barged through, making a tiny tight hole that was just too small for him and a bike to get through, and it was, he caused the accident. Now, I can't say whether he did or whether he didn't, or whether he, contributed to the accident happening. I mean, he definitely contributed to it happening, I guess. You've probably become aware that drift cameras and GoPro cameras don't always give you the most sort of accurate representation of, the space around you. You look a lot further away than you are if you're not zoomed in, and that was a fucking wrong gear. Just shows if you're not concentrating, you make mistakes, like on a fucking mobile phone. Or anyway, so yeah. What was I saying? Shit. What was I saying? Because of the wide-angled lens, it gives you, it can distort the perspective. Sometimes spaces look bigger on camera, sometimes they look smaller, sometimes things look closer than they are or further away than they are. Depends on how zoomed in he was on it. I mean, there are load of settings that you can change to get a different perspective, and any of them could have made the video look completely different. I'm not saying that is what happened or didn't happen. I think it was a bit of a silly lane split to try and do, and I think it was a little bit careless, to be honest. But whether he went out of his way to cause the accident, like some people are saying, I think that's just ridiculous. I think he was in a rush, he was filtering in London traffic, as Londoners do, and, he misjudged what he was trying to do. Whether then the cyclist who was on his mobile phone, not concentrating and wobbling over the road. So yeah, cycling down the middle lane, right hand on his phone, on his left ear, is definitely, in my opinion, not a good thing to do. It's just two stupid things happening to two people at the same time. Had he not been lane splitting where it was possibly not the wisest to lane split, had he not been in a rush to get to work or wherever he was going to go to, had the cyclist been paying more attention and been not on his mobile phone on the wrong ear, had he not just finished a late shift or a night shift, or it doesn't matter, there's loads of different variables that could have an impact or influence on the situation. It was an unfortunate accident, and the video that I've now found recently has been cut and edited, and it was posted by some cyclist group, pro cyclist. Now I've got nothing against cyclists. I think push bikes are brilliant, but you can't get all up in arms just because you see something. And you definitely don't steal somebody else's video, cut it and edit it to make them look more of a dick than they actually feel. That's just bullying. I feel sorry for the vlogger, I really do. He made a stupid mistake. I feel sorry for the cyclist, he made a stupid mistake. Mistakes happen. And I'm really sorry if you feel different about that, but that is just my own personal opinion on this whole thing. Mistakes happen. I mean, I've made countless stupid manoeuvres, put myself in positions that I really shouldn't have done, and we live and learn from them. But to start hating on someone because they made a mistake, because they had an altercation with a push cyclist who was equally in the wrong doing something else. I know two wrongs don't make a right, but you can't put all the blame on one person. I mean, that's unfair. I mean, I don't, neither party was totally blame-free on it. I mean, as the policewoman said, you were cycling on your mobile phone, which is against the law, and if a car driver or a motorcyclist user was cycling or riding or driving on their mobile phone, they would be held accountable for their actions. And the fact that you accidentally collided with a motorcycle, doesn't matter who did the actual collision, whether you both did it, you were on your phone. So yeah, I think the motorcyclist was stupid for lane splitting like that. There are necessary risks, there are unnecessary risks, and I think he took an unnecessary risk. The cyclist. There are risks you take and there are risks you don't take as a cyclist, and cycling on the middle of the road on your mobile phone, on the other ear using your other hand, that's just a stupid risk. You're asking for trouble. Anyway, the bit that most people haven't seen, because some idiot decided to steal the video and cut and edit it out, was the bit when it got resolved with the policewoman present, and they mutually agreed to say sorry and separate. Shit happens. Please, everyone, just stop hating on people. I mean, if you had an accident and people started hating on you because of the way you drove or rode, it's not necessary. Anyway, I'll catch you guys later.